A warm welcome to TBC News, our top stories. President Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah arrives in Tanzania. TPDC and PTS Industries sign a deal on urea production.
Our aim as TPDC, our aim as the government, is to engage more the private sector on these their like projects.
Good evening, I'm Teddy Mparanyanga. You can also follow us live via YouTube channel TBC Online and also get all the latest news through our Instagram, Facebook and X pages at TBC Online. President Samia Suluhu Hassan says Tanzania and Namibia have agreed to enhance cooperation in several key sectors, including oil and gas, livestock and fisheries, the blue economy, business and investment, and climate change mitigation. Speaking at the State House in Dar es Salaam following her tete-a-tete meeting with President Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah of Namibia, who is a two-day official visit to Tanzania, President Samia emphasized the long-standing historical ties between the two nations and further reiterated Tanzania's commitment in strengthening the bilateral ties. On the other hand, President Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah of Namibia expresses her gratitude to President Samia Suluhu Hassan and the founding father of Tanzania, Mwalimu Julius Nyerere, for the role that Tanzania played in Namibia's independence, and she further elaborates various ways that the two countries can continue to enhance the bilateral relations. The Ministry of Health says that from February to April this year, there has been an increase in COVID-19 cases from 1.4% in February to 16.3% in March, and then 16.8% in April 2025. Here are more details with Tanki Magumole.
The Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Grace Magembe, says that the increase and decrease of COVID-19 has occurred every year since the announcement of the pandemic in the country in 2020. In a statement issued by the Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Grace Magembe, who says that the increase is more visible in Dar es Salaam region. Dr. Magembe says the Ministry of Health continues to monitor the trend of respiratory diseases, and through its service delivery centers, it has directed specialists to ensure that they continue to diagnose those diseases using laboratory tests and provide appropriate treatment to all patients who are found to be infected. In addition, she advised citizens to adhere to health regulations by protecting themselves and others from the spread of respiratory diseases, including covering the nose and mouth when coughing or sneezing, wearing a mask when necessary, and washing their hands with running water and soap or using hand sanitizers regularly. The Chief Medical Officer says due to the ongoing rains in various parts of the country, especially in coastal regions, there has been an increase in the risk of the spread of mosquito-borne diseases such as the dengue, fever, malaria, and other similar diseases. So citizens should go to health centers when they experience symptoms of fever, headache, eye infections, muscle pains, joint pains, or rashes on the body, or symptoms of respiratory diseases such as coughs, flus, sore throats, or difficulty in breathing in order to receive appropriate tests and treatment. Kanki Maigumole, TBC News.
The government has cautioned people to be careful with hacking incidents reported recently in social media platforms. Statement issued by the government spokesperson, Gerson Msigwa, says that the government has realized fake information in some social media outlets with published content that aim at creating fear in the society. Government warns all those who committed the crime, saying measures are taken against the criminals and to stop the crime. The statement urges people to follow government spokesperson pages in order to have accurate information. And on to the next news. The Tanzania Petroleum Development Corporation and PTS Industries, an Indonesian fertilizer industry, have signed a preliminary deal that will enable TPDC to facilitate 50 to 80 million meter cubic scarf of natural gas per day on average as raw material for the industry manufacturing of urea fertilizer in the country. Rahma Samabili has more details.
It's a milestone for Tanzania Petroleum Development Corporation, TPDC, as it inks agreement with an Indonesian industry to facilitate it with the natural gas for manufacturing of urea. Signing the agreement in Dar es Salaam, TPDC's Director of Planning and Investment, Derek Moshi, say that existing natural gas wells in the country have the capacity to produce natural gas needed to support production of urea.
Our aim as TPDC, our aim as the government, is to engage more the private sector on these their like projects, specific based on the technology, the muscle when it comes to execution, and also to when it comes to foreign direct investment. That's the reason we are here today with ESA. So we really congratulate ESA, and we will be with you in this journey to make sure that it's going to happen.
PT ESA Industry Board Member Commissioner Rahul Puri say that they aim to produce an average of 1 million tons of urea per year, out of which 60% of the fertilizer will be sold in the country and 40% will be sold in neighboring countries.
We are actually going to sit with the technical team to evaluate what would be the next steps for the development of reserves within Tanzania, and specifically we're discussing on Urea and Manazi Bay areas. Once we do that, the necessary investment which has been budgeted by the government of Tanzania to drill more gas wells and get the reserve certification done, we expect that to be completed within this year, and we be ready to sign a gas sales agreement by mid of next year. This is a long process because certifications are important for not only for the gas supplier, but also for us and our lenders who have kindly joined us today.
By supporting the growth of Tanzania domestic fertilizer industry, this project stands to empower farmers, enhance food security, and strengthen the agricultural backbone of the Tanzania economy.
On the other hand, the chairman of the board of the Tanzania Fertilizer Regulatory Authority, TFRA, Anton Diallo, stated that once the factory begins production, it will help reduce fertilizer imports, while the director of Tanzania Fertilizer Company, TFC, Lamek Borega, says the factory will help the country save foreign exchange. The company's investment in the country is estimated to be worth of $1.4 billion and is expected to create over 4,000 jobs when it begins production and distribution of urea in mid-2030. From Dar es Salaam, Rahima Sababili, TBC News.
The Central Bank of Tanzania is urging businesses and individuals to comply with long-standing guidelines prohibiting the use of foreign currencies and domestic transactions. This comes as part of ongoing efforts to safeguard the stability of the Tanzanian shilling and reduce what experts call dollarization in the local economy. Speaking at the conference in Dar es Salaam, the Director of Financial Markets, BOT, Emmanuel Akaro, says since 2007, the government has enforced clear guidelines restricting the use of foreign currencies, such as the United States dollars in local transactions. The measure issued through the Bank of Tanzania is aimed at curbing transactional dollarization and financial dollarization.
5 issued regulations through Government Gazette number 198 prohibiting the use of foreign currencies in the country. Henceforth, it is mandatory for Tanzanian shillings payments, pricing and payments to be done only in Tanzanian shillings. Hence, it is an offense to quote, advertise or indicate prices in foreign currencies. Sometimes even compelling people to pay you in forex, it is also prohibited. Accepting payments in foreign currencies or refusing to receive payment in Tanzanian shillings is prohibited. These regulations are very important for stability of our country, for stability of our economy, for stability of our currency.
Furthermore, he elaborates that the central bank is now working closely with law enforcement and regulatory agencies to ensure compliance. It also plans to launch a public education campaign to raise awareness about the dangers of dollarization and the legal requirement to transact in the national currency.
The regulations clearly specify transactions which are permitted to be conducted in Forex, and this involves contributions that the government makes towards regional bodies with offices here in Tanzania. But also, payments of goods and services by ambassadors and international organizations here are also allowed. But again, payments of goods and services in duty-free shops, they are also allowed. And the repayment of loans, secured foreign loans paid to banks and financial institutions are also allowed. So it is important, if you come across any violation of these regulations, which demand all payment and services to be paid in TZS, to report that to the police stations near you, to the Bank of Tanzania branches, but also you can write to us through an email, fx.regulations@bot.go.tz.
The Bank of Tanzania has made it clear that Tanzanian shilling is the only legal tender for domestic transactions. A strong local currency is key to long-term economic stability, and the Bank of Tanzania is reminding all citizens and businesses to play their part. The country coordinator of the Africa Youth Leadership Forum, Joram Nkumbi, has emphasized the importance of nurturing young leaders who embody the principles of servant leadership, integrity, and excellence, values that are essential for transforming society, both now and in the future. Nkumbi highlighted that just like the founding father of the nation, Mwalimu Julius Nyerere, who began his leadership journey in his youth and led with distinction, today's young leaders must be equipped with the right mindset and values to lead with purpose. He made the remarks during a high-level leadership training conference held in Morogoro, which brought together over 80 student leaders from across universities in Tanzania, themed Leadership That Lasts and Sustains. The gathering served as a platform to reawaken the true essence of leadership, one rooted in service, responsibility, and a vision for a better Africa. Caroline Maleo was there and has prepared the following report.
Young leaders have gathered here in Morogoro for 3 days at leadership training, a training that has emphasis on leadership with integrity, servant leadership, but also transformational leadership. And here Joram Nkumbi explains that leadership isn't about position, but it's about impact.
Young people, they are looking for exemplary leaders, leaders who walk the talk. And when we talk about leaders, sometimes people are confused. What exactly are you talking about? Leadership we are talking about is the ability or the capacity to influence people, to do something which is beneficial to them.
Furthermore, Dr. Samuel Sanya explains the significance of youth leadership trainings in nurturing current and the future generation of leaders.
I have a saying that I always believe in, that a forest without young trees is a dead forest. Yeah, so as all the trees grow and become older, there is need to have emerging trees that can replace the older trees, okay? So young leaders need to be given space to learn, to be mentored, to be trained, such that we don't have a vacuum at the end of the day when the old leaders have gone.
Such organizations such as Africa Youth Leadership Forum give avenue to youth to learn things about leadership.
The participants of this training explain what they have learned so far.
I've learned that being a leader is not just about commanding others or just directing others. It's all about serving them with a purpose, serving them with empathy.
I have learned that leadership is not about position, but it's about influencing one another and mentoring one another.
As it is said, where are the young suckers that will grow when the old banana tree dies? A reminder for the urgent need to prepare the next generation for leadership. With over 60% of the Africa's population under 25, training youth in values of service, integrity, and purpose isn't just timely, it is critical. From this gathering, one message stands clear. Leadership that lasts must be planted early and nurtured with intention. This is Caroline Maleo, TBC News.
The government of Tanzania and the government of China have signed 2 agreements worth 185 billion shillings for the expansion of Jakaya Kikwete Kadayak Institute and assist in economic and expertise cooperation program. The agreements were signed by the Minister of Finance, Dr. Mwigulu Nchemba, and Ambassador of China to Tanzania, Shen Meijian. Speaking after the signing ceremony, Dr. Mwigulu says the assistance shows the good existing bilateral relations between the 2 countries.
We know the construction of the pediatric cardiovascular hospital in Mologanzila is expected to yield substantial benefits such as significant improvement in health quality and access economic growth through job creation and local business stimulation. I am happy that our bilateral cooperation is growing positively, as I can recall that on 27th September 2024, our 2 governments signed a soft loan agreement, and it is detailed, like the loan agreement of 270.3 million US dollars for the Northeast Grid, which is also a very crucial project. That is a 400 kV transmission and transformation project, and a loan agreement of 108.6 million US dollars for the mobile network rural coverage, which is also another crucial, important, that's phase 1. So, Your Excellency Ambassador, on behalf of the government of the United Republic of Tanzania, I wish to thank you personally and through your government of the People's Republic of China for these 2 important projects and the grants which you have just signed today.
On her part, Shen Meijian says that China will continue cooperating with Tanzania due to historical relations between the 2 countries.
My president announced in face of Her Excellency that China would like to grant another 200 million renminbi for our friend Tanzania. So that is why we are sitting here today to sign the agreement on economic and technical cooperation. And that is for the future development. And those grants, we are going to talk in the future, hopefully with the minister on the development cooperative project. And because for our understanding, to teach how to fish is better than to just give fish. We would like to join hands with our Tanzania friends to achieve the common development. That is always the goal of China.
The Executive Director of JKCI, Dr. Peter Kisenga, has thanked China for its aid, saying it will assist in children's treatment suffering from heart disease. Before concluding the local news, let's take a look at today's exchange rates according to the Bank of Tanzania, BOT. Miss TBC News every weekday to know all the latest in exchange rates. Up next is sports news. After a 5-year break, the spirit of international football made a thrilling return at the International School of Tanganyika. This past weekend marked the official comeback of the prestigious Embassy World Cup, a unique tournament that brought together 10 embassies representing their country in Tanzania for a day of competition, culture, and connection. More than just a game, this event was a celebration of global unity, diversity, and diplomacy on the football pitch. Yoba Steven has more details.
Over the weekend, the International School of Tanganyika IST officially launched the Embassy World Cup after 5 years of break. This exciting comeback saw participation from 10 embassies based in Tanzania, marking a vibrant celebration of sportsmanship, cultural exchange, and diplomacy through football. Melania Verb, director of IST, expressed the enthusiasm about the event, stated that the competition is more than just a football. It is an opportunity for community to come together and celebrate cultural diversity.
We are so excited to bring back this event. The event used to happen every year here at IST, but for the last 5 years, it's been retired, and we're excited to bring it back. This year, I believe we have 10 teams competing, and next year we hope even more will join. And we like to bring different countries and different people together to cooperate. So today it's a little bit of friendly competition. This is Egypt and China in the final, but really it's friendly competition. It's a time to come together, get to know each other, and spend some time socializing together.
It gives all of the embassies a chance to meet outside of the meeting room. It's very different meeting on a pitch, playing football. It's more fun. It's a much nicer way to get to know them socially. So in terms of the community spirit within the diplomatic community, it works a lot better.
Participants from various embassies shared their experience and appreciation for the event. The tournament concluded with an intense final match between China and Egypt, where China clinched the victory in dramatical penalty shots.
Well, this is a champion belong to every member of our teams. Yeah, not only one person. Yeah, we hope next year we still can get this champion. Yeah, this is a good match. I hope everyone can join this match. Yeah, next year we hope to see different players here in IST. Yeah.
Actually, a World Cup, in the real meaning of the World Cup, all the embassies are joining the tournament, and we are very happy and excited.
I mean, it's a great initiative, and it brings people together that normally we don't meet. Maybe we'll meet in meetings and such, but this is it's such a great initiative, and it's good fun. Unfortunately, I'm getting a little too old, but some of the young players are doing much better than me.
The Embassy World Cup at IST has not only revived a beloved tradition, but also reaffirmed the power of sports to bridge the culture. Rioba Steven, TBC News.
Chairman of Tanzania Sports Awards, Professor Madundo Mtambo, says the improvement of the procedure of getting best players to receive Tanzania Best Sports Awards 2025 will uplift many best players from different sports to get the awards deserved compared to the last year awards. Speaking to TVC News in Dar es Salaam, Professor Mtambo believes that the involvement of many sports to reward their best players will improve competition among players and make Tanzania once again to do well in international arena.
The committee has been organizing this event for 3 years consecutively, and we are pleased to be trusted by the National Sports Council to organize this event. And this event is among the areas that encourage sportsmen and women who represent our country international and who bring praise to the country. And this event actually has encouraged Tanzanians to work more diligently to earn the award.
This will be the second time where the Tanzania Sports Council recognizes the best players by giving them the Best Sports Players Awards, ending the long fighting in the pitch, and giving the best results of their teams in the country. That is sports news, and now before we conclude the news bulletin for tonight, let's take a look at the weather forecast for the next 24 hours.
Good evening, dear viewer. Welcome again to the next 24 hours forecast, starting tonight at 9 p.m. From Tanzania Meteorological Authority, my name is Ramadan Omari. Wind is expected to flow at 30 kilometers per hour, especially over the coastal areas. Over Lake Victoria and Tanganyika, wind speed is expected to reach 20 kilometers per hour. Over Lake Nyasa, wind speed is expected to reach 10 kilometers per hour. And the state of the sea and lakes are expected to be slightly to moderate. And tonight, a few areas, especially along Lake Victoria Basin and the Kigoma region, are expected to feature partly cloudy condition, thunder showers. While over the northern coast, southern coast, including Morogoro region, we are expecting to feature partly cloudy condition, rain showers over a few areas. Over the northeastern highland, we are expected to feature partly cloudy condition, light rain showers over a few areas. And the remaining regions are expected to feature partly cloudy conditions. And tomorrow, areas along Lake Victoria Basin, Kigoma, Tanga, together with Unguja and Pemba Isles, we are expected to feature partly cloudy condition, thunder showers over a few areas and sun period. Over the northeastern highland, Dar es Salaam, Pwani, Morogoro, Lindi, and Mtwara regions we are expected to feature partly cloudy condition, rain showers over a few areas and sun periods. And the remaining regions are expected to feature partly cloudy condition and sun periods. And now, let's have a look on the next weather forecast over some regions of our country. In Dar es Salaam, rain showers expected over a few areas, especially day after tomorrow. In the Dodoma region, we're expecting partly cloudy condition and sun periods. In Beira region, also we're expecting partly cloudy condition and sun periods. In the Mwanza region, we're expecting thunder showers over a few areas, especially day after tomorrow. In Kilimanjaro, we're expecting partly cloudy condition and sun periods. In Morogoro, we're expecting rain showers over a few areas, especially day after tomorrow. In Arusha, we're expecting partly cloudy condition and sun periods. From Tanzania Meteorological Authority, that is all for today. Thank you for watching and goodbye.
That marks the end of the news bulletin for tonight. Do not miss our next bulletin in Kiswahili at 11 p.m. On behalf of the whole team, I am Terry Nyanga. Have a lovely, lovely night.